child. 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 Let's talk about it. Oh my gosh, this is not how I wanted this to look. It's supposed to have curls. What's up, guys and dolls? Britt here, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, hello babies, and welcome to my beautiful brats family. My name is Brittany, Britt, whichever floats your boat. In today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be another LTA video because today is Let's Talk About It Thursday. Make sure you go ahead and email me any questions, any topics that you want to hear me talk about, all that good stuff, because it's all tea, all shade here at LTA Thursday, okay? Period. So today's emails I feel like are going to be insane, you guys. I'm really excited to hear what you guys have emailed in to me. Also, I do want to remind my fellow Brats family members that you are welcome and you are encouraged to give advice to your fellow Brats family members. But as I said before in the last video, please keep it respectful, keep it cute. So far, nobody has had any rude comments because nobody has really commented. But yeah, I just wanted to put that reminder out there. Also, another thing, I know that I said in the beginning that I was sticking to the orange room, which I am, but right now that room is being used as a storage space because I'm getting ready to go back on campus for college for the fall. So it's hectic around here, so there are going to be some changes. Okay. Speaking of changes, I was thinking about making a slight change to my uploading schedule. Number one, because I'm going to be going back on campus, and number two, because I have not been uploading at all for Tuesday. So I decided that I'm definitely going to have guaranteed uploads on Thursday and Saturday. However, Tuesday is kind of just going to be a freestyle day. So if I have an idea or, you know, a specific type of video that I want to do for you guys, that video will go up on Tuesday. But as far as Friday faves, I don't think I'm going to do that either because lately I haven't been doing my Friday faves playlist videos either. So any playlist videos, any vlogs, any challenges, any tipsy talks, anything like that will go up on Tuesday. But it's not going to be every Tuesday. It's kind of just like when I feel like doing a playlist or when I feel like doing, you know, different things. But Let's Talk About It Thursday is still going to be in effect, and Sip and Tell Saturday is still going to be in effect because I know you guys live for my story times and y'all live for the mess, okay? But yeah, so grab something to sip on, grab something to munch on, and let's get right into these emails. Alright, you guys, so today's first email is actually from a fairly new Brats family member, as it says right here in her email. You want it to be anonymous, so we're going to call you Lala. I don't know. So welcome to the Brats family, Lala. Thank you for joining my Brats family. So let's get into your email. Subject title: She's blaming me, but I did nothing wrong. Or did I? Did you? Let's find out. Hey Brittany, my name is Lala and I'm 15 years old. Oh, you are a baby. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm a new addition to the Brats fam, so I'm a little nervous to share my story. Girl, don't even be nervous to share your story. Nevertheless, Here goes. Last year was my first year of high school, and I was talking to this guy unbeknownst to my friend. Let's call her Kiki. Okay? So, long story short, this guy and I went on a few dates, and then we both figured that it would be best if we stayed friends. I also want to make it clear that he and I never did anything. That includes kissing, having sex, personal favors, etc. Okay. Towards the end of last year, Kiki and I got into this really bad argument because she felt like I wasn't being a good enough friend because I was so depressed at the time that I rarely spoke to anyone, she included. I apologized and explained that it wasn't purposeful, and I also explained my depression, my unstable physical and mental health, and my recent thoughts around the time. To my surprise, she wasn't as empathetic or sympathetic as I thought she'd be, being that she had suffered years earlier from the same things. Me and this girl have known each other since elementary school, and she's pretty much my best friend. I've always been there for her, so the fact that I feel alone in my situation kind of hurt my feelings. We stopped talking for a few months, and this summer we reconnected. However, I guess the guy that I mentioned earlier reached out to Kiki, and now they're dating. Long story short, she found out about him and I from way back when, and she was livid. She hasn't talked to me since, no matter how much I tried to reach out and talk to her. Technically, I didn't know about Kiki and the guy until she and I started talking again recently this summer. So I really don't think it's fair for her to shut me out because I didn't know. But no matter how much I try to assure myself that I didn't do anything wrong, I can't help but feel like I did. What do you think? Am I wrong? Should I have told her? What should I do now that she isn't talking to me? Thanks so much. I love you. I love you too, girl. Okay? I love you too, like, for real, like. Okay, so, basically, long story short, last year, your freshman year of high school, you and this guy started talking, y'all hung out a couple of times, went on a few dates. Pretty much sounded like y'all were trying to see how things would work out between you guys, and you both came to the conclusion that it would be better to just keep it friendly and not really take it anywhere else. Then you and your friend, who you clarified was technically your best friend, practically your best friend, you have a falling out this same year, but not because of that, like later on, because she felt like you weren't being a good friend because you were going through it at the time, and you kind of like shut everybody else out and you isolated yourself because you were working through some problems in your life, and you were working on some things on the inside, which is understandable because y'all already know that's one of the main reasons why I haven't been posting like I should be. So that's completely understandable. My first piece of advice would be to, I don't want to say cut off all communication, but I would definitely slowly but surely remove myself and distance myself from this Kiki girl. And I'll tell you why. First and foremost, relationships in general are a two-way street. Both people or all parties involved in whatever kind of relationship it is, everybody involved in that relationship has to put out to get in, or has to put in to get out. You have to put out there what you want to get back from somebody. You can't expect to be treated like a queen and treat your significant other like a piece of crap, like a peasant. You know what I'm saying? And I say that to say, if there is ever a time, and this is for anybody, if there is ever a time where you find yourself in a relationship or in a position where you feel like you are not allowed to make mistakes, there is a problem. If you find yourself in a situation where you feel as though you are constantly alone when it comes to personal issues, meaning you reach out to friends and it just feels like they don't really care about your problems, leave the relationship. No matter how much you want to hold on to those relationships, leave the relationship, because it's not healthy. It's not healthy. You should never be put in a situation where you feel like the people who are supposed to love you and care about you don't. I've had so many friendships where I would make a mistake and people would treat me as if I had committed these god awful, terrible, horrendous crimes. You know what I'm saying? And as a human, you're going to make mistakes. So when you do make mistakes, you shouldn't feel like it's the end of the world. If you feel bad because you hurt somebody, of course you're going to feel bad. But you should never feel like it's the end of the world. You should never feel like you are a terrible human being because you hurt somebody's feelings unintentionally. If I've been through a specific situation before, and years later, a friend of mine confides in me that they have also been struggling or battling that specific issue, I'm going to probably be one of the first people to jump and say, hey, you're not alone. Because let's not forget way back when you were there for me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what friends do. That's what people who care about each other do. And the fact that she was not coming with the same energy, that just leads me to believe that she probably didn't really care why you distanced yourself or why you stopped talking to her in the first place. She just wanted an apology and she wanted a reason to be upset. And people like that are toxic and you don't need them in your life. My second piece of advice is pretty much the same thing, but for a different reason. If she's upset with you about something that you had no idea about, she's toxic. Let her go. So, in a nutshell, to answer your question, are you wrong? No, you're not wrong for not telling her anything. There was really technically nothing to tell her. And how could you know to tell her about you and him having something going on when they were together? Because you didn't know that they were together until she started talking to you again. And by the way that it sounds, she found out about you and him around the same time that you found out about him and her. It's kind of like, number one, there was no time for you to tell her anything. Number two, you didn't have to tell her anything because you didn't have sex, you didn't kiss him, you didn't give each other personal favors, so what's to tell? What should you do now that she isn't talking to you? Live your life. Live your life. Work on yourself. Work on being the best you that you can be, because once you do that and she sees that you're doing great, and once she realizes that you were not in the wrong and that you didn't do anything maliciously, she's going to want to come back into your life. And at that point, it's going to be up to you whether or not you want to accept her back into your life or whatever the case may have been. But I hope that my advice helped you a little bit, and I also hope that you find it in your heart to forgive yourself and, you know, to just be okay with the fact that not everybody that we call our best friends, or not everybody that we love and care about, is going to stay in our lives the way that we may want them to, if that makes sense. I don't know if I was saying too much there, but everything happens for a reason. Keep me updated, please, because if you need anybody to talk to, I'm always here. So, whoo child. Okay, moving on to the next video. Email. Okay, so the next email subject title is "She's not ready, but I don't want anyone else." What's up, Brittany? My name is Anonymous and I'm 18 years old. Recently, I've been talking to this girl. She's been going through a lot and she seems really cool. However, I don't think she's ready for a relationship, although she's constantly insisting that she is. We fight about it a lot and I want to trust her, but with my past experience in relationships, I've seen a lot of things that in the past have led to disaster pretty much. I'm very patient when it comes to women. I'm gentle and I'm affectionate, but something tells me she's not ready for all of it. My problem is I don't know how long I could wait for her, but my heart doesn't want anyone else. Could this just be infatuation, or do you think I should give her a chance? A lot of people say that nobody knows you like you know yourself, but I'm starting to question whether or not she really knows what she wants, or if she's just in such an unstable place right now that she thinks she knows what she wants. What should I say? How should I approach it? Because I know I have to explain to her why I'm putting us on pause. Please help. Anonymous. Well, first, to this anonymous emailer, I do want to say he's a guy. So, thank you again, Jason, for inspiring and motivating these guys to email in. Love you for that. Really, really I do. But to get into your situation, to answer your question, Anonymous, I do feel where you're coming from. Like, I definitely understand where you're coming from, but there's kind of like that gray area where it's kind of like you're almost comparing her to the people who you've been with in the past. And to be honest, it's honestly harder than a lot of people think to not compare people. In my opinion, it's a pretty hard thing to do, because I do it a lot in friendships, which is not really the same, because I'm not planning on, settling down and being intimate with my friends. But, like, it's just not as easy as a lot of people may think it is to, not compare people, especially when there's so many similarities between somebody who you're currently dealing with and somebody who you used to deal with, if that makes sense. As far as giving her a chance, I personally am a huge believer in giving people chances, and I'm also a big believer in, pretty much not letting your past dictate or meddle or alter your future, essentially. And because I do think she deserves a chance, I would say yes, give her a chance. But before I give her a chance, I would definitely say something and, just explain to her why you're so afraid to give her a chance, but also explain to her how you feel about her. I would make it known that trust has to be present. You know what I'm saying? Trust definitely has to be present. It is mandatory that trust is there for this foundation to withstand. You say, how should you approach it? I can't really tell you how to approach it because I'm not you, and I don't feel the way that you feel. You just kind of have to sit her down and just let your heart spill. Just let your heart pour into your words. And once you're in front of her, I feel like it will be a lot easier to just get the words to start flowing. Like, everything will start flowing, everything will start pouring, and she'll see your heart if you honestly truly mean what you are saying here in this email. I hope that helped, because I did kind of go on a rampage. I always go on some type of mini rant, and then I have to make so many cuts, and that's why you see a lot of cut and a lot of jumping to different ideas in all of my videos, because I'm always doing this like I am now. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the next email because we have 2 more after this. This subject line says, is it wrong if he effed up? Okay. So this person doesn't mind if I give their name. So he says, another male. Whoa. Okay, I just had to turn up real quick. Just a little light work. What's up, Brittany? My name is Dom, and I'm 20 years old. Here recently, I've been seeing someone, and I'm really happy. Like, Sugar Honey Iced Tea is going great. The only problem is I'm seeing my frat brother's ex-fiance. Dom? Keep in mind, my frat brother is about to graduate and I'm just getting to college. His ex, however, is 25. A lot of times in the past, my frat brothers would have frat parties that I missed because I was studying for exams or doing homework. Needless to say, in reality, I was always out with his ex. I've been wanting to tell him for a while, but she didn't want to tell him until she was certain that we were official. Now, she's ready and I'm thinking against it. Lately, my frat brother and I have been getting closer together. He's been having a terrible time and he's just confided in me that he's still broken up about the breakup. Even though he was the one who broke up with her and he cheated on her, I can tell that he is truly broken up about it and wants her back, as he stated it to me before. I really love her and I think I'm in love with her, but knowing my frat brother is too, I'm having second thoughts about continuing this relationship. What should I do? I've been thinking about leaving her, but I know that if I did, it would not only kill her, but me as well. Please help. Thanks, and I can't wait for more exciting content. Honestly, your uploads are the highlight of my day. Oh, Dom, thank you so much. Like, that was super sweet. That was really sweet. So, let's break it down, okay? Basically, you are probably maybe a freshman or a sophomore in college, and you have been seeing your frat brother's ex-fiance. She's 25. He's about to graduate, so I'm assuming he's probably like 22, 23 maybe. And he cheated on her, and he broke up with her. And now that you and his ex-fiance have been hanging out a lot, you're starting to fall for her, and you told her that you guys should tell him, but she wasn't sure that it was really anything serious, so she didn't want to tell him until she knew that her feelings were for real, for real. So, Nita! Open the door. The door. You both wait to tell your frat brother, and then she's finally ready, but now you're second guessing because he has recently confided in you that he misses her and he's torn up about the breakup, even though he was the one who broke up with her, and he's really in love with her and he wants her back. So your question to me is, should you break things off with her to salvage your friendship or your relationship with your frat brother, or should you just come clean and tell him what it is and what it ain't? So, child, let's talk about it. First of all, I just want to say that the fact that you are even, how do I put this? So, first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for the sweet comment at the end of the email. Like, that just really made my day. Oop. Hold on, y'all. Sorry about that. But yeah, thank you so much for your comment. Like, that was just so sweet. That just really warmed my heart. Now, about this certain situation, I completely understand where you're coming from. I understand why this can be a very, very difficult situation to deal with. But honestly, as I've always said in all of my other videos, you should definitely always be 100% honest with the people that you love and the people that you care about. As his frat brother, I feel like you should be able to be honest with him, and you should kind of just lay it out on the line for him. But I think that what would make it easier is if both you and the ex-fiance sat down with him and explained to him what's been going on. I do definitely think that he deserves to know, because like you said, even though he was in the wrong, you still need to tell him, because now he's saying that he's still in love with her and he misses her. I feel like he has a right to find out from you, even though he is the reason why they broke up, and even though he is, you know, he was in the wrong to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, yes, tell him. I would not break things off with her. I would bring her along with me to speak to him. That way it shows your loyalty to her, and it shows your consideration for his feelings as well. It may also prove to her that you're serious about wanting to pursue her and wanting to be with her. So I would definitely, you know, bring her along for the ride, because he does deserve to know. And you're not sneaking around, but you're also letting it be known, hey, I do have feelings for her and I do care about her, which you owe it to her. You know what I'm saying? And also there's probably some past demons and some, you know, hidden suppressed emotions that they both need to get out as well. So I think that would be a good thing for them to get out in that time as well. Not with you in the room, but you know, after you and her have expressed y'all's relationship and y'all's feelings for each other, you know, just give them some time to be alone, or vice versa, you know, so they can hash out any of their bad juju, if that makes sense. So I hope I helped you. I hope that made sense, because a lot of times I know that I tend to repeat myself over and over, and sometimes when I'm rewatching my videos, I repeat certain things so much that I literally get confused, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if that happens to anybody, but I just rant my little butt off, you know. But yeah, I hope that helped. If it did, please let me know, and if it didn't, please just keep me updated. Let me know what happened, and if you have any more questions or concerns, just hit me up. Just a bad vibe, that's a bad aura, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it depends on what you mean by fake. Do you mean like there was a situation that happened and that was a fake thing, or like this person is actually a fake friend because it's been multiple situations? If that's what you mean, kick them to the curb. Ain't no way to go about it, ain't no way to deal with it other than to peace out. So that's what I gotta say about fake friends. That's all I have for today's video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would love to join my R.A.T.S fam here on YouTube, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss a beat, you guys. Also, I'm trying to think of any other announcements, but I don't think I have any. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video, and please, until then, be safe, stay bold, stay beautiful, and at the end of the day, when all else fails, just be real about that sugar honey iced tea, baby. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye. I'd rather keep it real with ya. I'm a savage, yeah. Classy, bougie.